Good. All right, show everybody. Everybody, please wave to the camera. We have 1, 2, 3 down here, and 4. And then this is me, and then Joe, please show yourself. All right, guys. So, give me 1 second. Let me mute this. Hacktivism. Right now, we're facing the biggest presidential election in the history, probably, of America. Both groups are under extreme scrutiny from hacktivists. In the 1960s, many people got arrested for protesting out in the street. Could you imagine if somebody like Timothy O'Leary was a hacktivist in this day and age, the kind of following and mass that they could gather and the change that they could make? Hacktivism is changing the fate of many countries and many people every day. Just recently, Anonymous had declared war on ISIS. And all you can do now is you can change your world. All you need to do is sit at a computer screen with a mouse, a screen, and a keyboard. Now, hacktivism. We're going to go over what hacktivism is and where it originated from. We're also going to go over why hacktivists are emerging, what hacktivism has done for us, and the types of hacks or hacktivism you can do. Now, most of us have never heard of the term hacktivism. Google defines hacktivist as a computer hacker whose activity is aimed at promoting a social or political cause. Now, not all these groups are good, and it did originate in the 1960s in MIT with somebody you might know, really famous for making Apple, known as Steve Jobs. It all started when they would play jokes on the model railroading club by changing the switchboard numbers. So when they would come in and flick on the switch after a long, hard day of studying, they would actually crash right off the track and blow up, and it's actually pretty fun. It may have started as fun and games, but it all grew into something much, much bigger. Now, what has hacktivism done for us? In this day and age, there's tons of conspiracy theories, government news, government propaganda that they want to hide from us. The American press says that we receive 69% of our news through the internet. So if a group like Anonymous or something could get Facebook, Twitter, and a large media following and post some of these documents, basically they could expose a lot of flaws in the American way. Now, speaking on behalf of my generation, I do feel that there are a ton of documents that are hidden that the government does not want us to see. A lot of changes has come from it. And I wish I known about some of these sooner. But hacktivism has also given us Spider-Man from Marvel. Anonymous has helped liberate Egypt in 2011 from Hosni Mubarak, where they sent over black boxes to do dial-up internet once the dictator had shut down all of the outsources to Egypt. And also from there, they had the Operation Darknet, where they infiltrated a pedophile ring on the internet and caused 270 arrests and shut down such ring. Now, why are hacktivists emerging? Hacktivists are emerging every day due to the sheer change in everything going on in this world. That was pretty bad. Before I get into this next part, just a disclaimer, if you use any of these methods, you can very well go to prison, so please do not. I'm going to go over 2 hacking techniques. The first one is called a DDoS. So what a DDoS is I actually have a diagram here. It's really hard to see. But it's basically a program that runs on your computer, and it's like hitting the refresh button on a site about 8 million times. When you do that, what it does is it causes the whole system to actually allot too much bandwidth and crash. Also, we have behind that doxing. Doxing is a very simple program that you can write. You can do it either in-house or out-of-house on your computer. You can put it on a USB drive. You plug it right on in. It'll scan any computer for names, social security numbers, date of birth, email address, credit card numbers, mother's maiden name, etc. It's actually kind of scary. And don't forget, a lot of these people can actually access this because we don't protect our Wi-Fi as well as we should. In the 21st century, great computer knowledge is just like having a loaded gun. You can take down powerful people and companies without ever leaving your seat. Now, in conclusion, hacktivism is changing the world as we know it. Now this is just the beginning of technology, and we're just now starting to scratch the surface. So you can only imagine where we're going to be in 20, 30 years from now. And don't forget, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Anybody could be a liability or an asset to any of these hacktivism groups. And not everyone that's involved in hacktivism is an actual hacker. Now you hear of your favorite company, next time you hear of your favorite company having a data breach or going down, you should Google the reasons, see what comes up. You never know, they could be a result of a hack attack. That rhyme. And these are just groups with a higher calling. That's it. All right.